Hello again, vinyl community. It's Matt here. Yeah, it's been a few weeks. Sorry about that. Just a lot going on, but hope everybody's doing good. I've got a few British compilation albums to show you guys. I'm sure some of you know, if you watch my channel for a while, that I do like my compilation albums, particularly British ones that I grew up with, 80s and 90s. And yeah, I got a few to show you. Um, and I'll tell you where they came from as we go through them. The first one, I think I showed this in my last video, so I'm just very quickly going to show it again. Smash Hits Party 89. Doesn't get much more 80s than that, does it, for an album cover? And yeah, it's sort of a greatest hits of 1989, essentially. Smash Hits was a magazine in the UK, and they put out quite a few of these compilations. I also picked up the greatest hits of 1988. Now, all these ones I'm showing you now came from World of Books, USA, and I decided to take a chance on it. In fact, this one, the Smash Hits, this was the first one I took the gamble on, because they don't use a regular grading system. They're not using gold mine or anything like that for grading their albums. And so it'll just say condition good. Now, normally, condition good is, condition G in vinyl speak, and that's usually not a good thing. It's that's usually something that's pretty rough. And I was like, you know what though, I couldn't see the vinyl in the photos. All they do is post a photo of the album cover, but I thought it looks okay. Let's give it a try. It was like $10, and it turned up, and in actual fact, it's a very solid VG Plus copy. I was pretty happy with it. It was a good price. In fact, I'd even say that the vinyl borders on excellent, but the cover's about VG Plus. And I thought, well, let's buy some more stuff from them. So I grabbed the greatest hits of 1988. Again, a horrific album cover, but it didn't seem so bad more than 30 years ago. And it's this is a UK compilation. It's got Tiffany and Rick Astley, Whitney Houston, Erasure, Kylie Minogue and Billy Ocean, Yaz, S Express, a lot of the big stuff, a lot of the big songs from that year. 7 number ones, and again, I think this was somewhere $10, $11, $12, something like that. I also picked up, and in fact, this just arrived yesterday, so I haven't cleaned it yet, so that's why it's not sleeved or anything. But Snap It Up, Monster Hits 2. Now, this was a continuation of the Hits album series in the UK, which really lost its way. They changed brand identities multiple times, and the whole thing just kind of fell apart. They hits 6, 7, and 8 had a consistent branding. Then they changed it for hits 9, tried to go back for hits 10, tried to introduce this weird monster thing for what would have been hits 11, except they called it monster hits, and then they kind of relegated the monster to a little sort of footnote in the corner and called this album Snap It Up, even though it's really hits 12, and the whole thing was just a lesson in how not to do marketing. But it's actually a pretty good album. It only has 1 number 1 on it. It's sort of lacking in the huge hits in some ways, but this is from 1990, and so you got Black Box and Yaz, Lisa Stansfield, En Vogue, Gloria Estefan, Erasure, Betty Boo, Black Box, Snap. It's actually a pretty decent album, and it's a gatefold, just like the others. And again, this was I think this was slightly more. I think this was maybe like $14 or something, but condition looks pretty good. A couple of little light scratches on the vinyl. We'll see how that plays, but overall I'm pretty happy with it. And then I picked up 2 dance compilations as well, again from World of Books. Best of Dance 91. As it suggests, it's dance music from 1991, 30 hottest club hits, and its companion, the Best of Dance 92. Same thing, same series of albums. In fact, they only ever did 3. I think there might have been a Best of Dance 93, but I don't think it went any further than that. But yeah, 91, we've got like Rosala, The Source featuring Candy Stan, Seal, The Shaman, Prodigy, Two Unlimited, KLF, Crystal Waters, CNC Music Factory, Nomad, Black Box, Snap, Vanilla Ice, obviously, Tribe Called Quest, Alison Limerick, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. So again, and then these were in the ballpark, you know, $10 to $15 range, something like that. And the Best of Dance 92, same sort of stuff, you know, Snap. This one's got bigger hits on it, actually, the 92 one. Snap, Shaman, and George Michael's on here, too, with Too Funky. The Orb, Kim Sims, CeCe Peniston, Prodigy, To Unlimited, Primal Scream. So it's good stuff, you know. And I remember these being in the charts back when I guess I would have been somewhere around 13 when this came out. And I know I wanted it. I never had it. And I guess now I do. I also picked up a few cassettes. Now, these were not from World of Books. These were from a different seller on eBay. And I kind of got a little bit of a mixed bag here. I got a real Kerry Carter vibe from the auction initially. And for anyone who doesn't know, Kerry Carter was an eBay seller that many of us used. And I felt a little bit guilty because I think I was one of the first to start recommending using this seller. And everything was fine. And then a lot of people either lost their money or had to go through, had to jump through a lot of hoops to try and get their money back when he disappeared a number of months ago. But just because these were all from the UK, they were all free worldwide shipping. And I kind of thought, oh boy, this sounds familiar. And they were even photographed in a similar way, and I kind of thought, well, you know what, I'll bid on a few of them and let's see. The big disappointment was I thought I was getting Now That's What I Call Music 2, as a cassette, and I did get one of the tapes, but I also got one of the cassettes from the very first Now That's What I Call Music. So the front is the Now 2 cover, the back is the track listing for Now 1, and indeed one of the tapes is Now 2, and one of the tapes is Now 1. But you know, it's okay. I'll keep hold of it for now and try to get these two at some point, and maybe these will be upgrade cassettes or something. The rest of them were fine though. I picked up Now 8. This is from 1986. Excuse me, classic stuff. You know, Duran Duran, Pet Shop Boys, Communard, Steve Winwood, Genesis. Even Grace Jones is on here. Jermaine Stewart. Human League, Peter Gabriel and Kate Bush, Cutting Crew. There you go. There was a song. Kim Wilde, and yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. This one, funnily enough, has. You see the difference with the two tapes? These are all double albums. See, a little bit of a difference here. I don't know why that is. This one's got a thicker middle part, whatever you want to call that, a thicker window. I don't know why. They use different manufacturers for the Now albums. It's unlikely the tape would have been shipped like this. This is probably put together from two different Now 8 albums at some point. I also grabbed Now 11, one of my favorite Now albums. And that's on the... This is more the tape that I remember, the black one from when I was a kid. I remember them looking like that. This one is from 1988, so the big hits from the first few months of 88 and the end of 87, like Pet Shop Boys, Always on My Mind. Belinda Carlisle, Heaven is a Place on Earth. Billy Ocean, Get Out of My Dreams. Love it or hate it, I guess. What else? We got Kylie Minogue and Mel and Kim, Bananarama. The real highlight, though, is probably side 4, because that's where all the house music is. And you've got Bomb the Bass, Cold Cut, Crush, Jack and Chill, Beatmasters. And yeah, it's good stuff. And then finally, I grabbed Now 13. This is also from 1988. This is from the end of 1988, so it was probably released in around November. And yeah, same sort of stuff, I guess, as the greatest hits of 88, to be honest. You know, Yaz and Erasure, and Phil Collins is on here, Kim Wilde, Bomb the Bass, and then the very, I think, underrated Brother Beyond, The Harder I Try. I think that's a terrific pop song, but anyway, yeah, Now 13. So these seem to play okay. I know that's what the cassette looks like for that. It's more of a sort of a grey type of cassette, off-white, I guess. Yeah, well, that's it. I thought I'd make this pretty short and sweet. I feel like I sort of, I don't know, needed to put a video out because it's been so long, like I owed it to people or something to make a video. So yeah, I've got some more stuff I'll be showing as well in a later video. We got some Beatles stuff coming up, which I'll show you guys. But for now, that's it. You know, the UK compilations, and always appreciate everybody who comments and subscribes. If you'd like to do so, please leave a comment. You can click the subscribe button. If you click the bell icon, you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. And yeah, hope everybody's doing well. Until next time, bye bye.